Thank you for joining us for the post-match press conference of the FIBA World Cup Asian Qualifiers in Perth. In tonight's match, Australia defeated Philippines 92-49. We are joined tonight by Coach Tim Cohn and Dwight Ramos. Firstly, Coach Cohn, can you please give us your insight on the game?
Well, it wasn't a lot of fun, that's for sure. It was tough beating that we took out there tonight, and the problem is that this is the one we're going to remember. We've had a really outstanding trip. We've worked really hard through that trip. Went through a tough game against New Zealand in double overtime, and then lost our best player, and then had to come here and play against these. They really just were superior athletes, and we couldn't get into our offense. They did such a great job of defending. We had one good quarter, second quarter, but really just having trouble just getting the ball past half court and getting into something. And credit to their defense. And that keyed their transition game, their ability to hit three-point shots, and they just kind of snowballed on us, and that was the result.
Thank you, Coach. And Dwight, can you provide your insights on the game?
Much of the same thing as Coach said. Australia had amazing pressure up the court, giving us trouble. It was very difficult. We had a lot of turnovers in the backcourt, and then when we were able to get across half court, shot clock was low, forced us to bad shots, and then obviously throughout the game it wears us down, and obviously the efficiency of our offense it goes down with all that pressure, and so also the decision making. So it's credit to their defense. It really made us struggle today, but it's something we got to learn from if we want to keep getting better and play against top competition like this.
Thank you, Dwight. Now we'll open it to the room for questions from the media. When you ask a question, state your name, what outlet you're representing, and who it's directed to.
Neil Bravo, Spin.ph. Dwight, you struggled tonight 4 out of 16. Was it the defense, or you just couldn't find your range?
I'm just playing the game. I'm out there. I was taking the ball up, trying to initiate the offense, and at the same time guarding Proctor. Tough matchup. He's a good player. And then, I struggled a little bit on offense, but that's because of Australia's defense. And, I just got to get better than that moving forward.
For Coach Tim. Coach, how big a factor was Justin Brownlee's absence tonight?
Well, it wasn't worth 40 points, that's for sure. So, he's a guy we can go to in tough moments, and but he just wasn't ready to play tonight. He wouldn't have been much of a help the way he was feeling. So we felt we could come out and compete, and but we only competed in stretches, and that's not good enough against a high-quality team like this. Number 6 team in the world. There's a reason they're that highly ranked, and like I said, they had really superior athletes out there getting at us and getting into our shorts, and made it tough for us.
Coach Tim, Justin Chadwick here from AAP. It was tight early on, 10-8, that the Boomers were up, and then Bryce Cotton steps on court, goes bang, bang, bang. How hard was it to try to contain a player of his caliber?
Well, I think, what is he, like a 6-time MVP in the NBL? And, he, like I said, he's one of the superior athletes. He's incredibly quick, gets off the floor fast on his jump shot. We were supposed to, switch some of the screens he was getting, and we weren't getting to the proper switch, weren't executing well. And plus, again, the defense was creating so much for their offense, and so much for Cotton. We did Dwight did a good job on Proctor. He 5 for 15 from the field, so he was one of our targets, and we knew Bryce was coming off the bench, and it's Bryce, right? Bryce Cotton? Yeah, Bryce. And we knew Bryce was coming off the bench, and we'd have to bring him. But, the bottom line was our point guard struggled tonight. They struggled under the pressure, and And then having to guard those kind of guys it was a revelation for him. So, as Dwight says, it's just, something we got to try to take hold of and get better. And we're going to, if we move on, we're going to see players like Bryce and Proctor and McVeigh and all those guys, and Creek. They're all tremendous players, and they know the game.
To keep them to only 8 points in that second quarter, how much do you take away from that?
Well, it's hard to tell, but we pride ourselves on defense, and we gave up, 90-something tonight? So, we felt okay going into halftime after playing the second quarter. We were shell-shocked coming out, playing on the road, coming off a tough game. You see this all the time in pro leagues and, the NBA, the NBL, the PBA where we play. You're coming off a tough game, and then you got to go on the road. And that other team is chomping at the bit, and they were chomping at the bit coming out, and they got out of the gate really well. Hit a couple shots early to stay in it, but like I said, Cotton came out and changed the game. And so, we felt, but then the second quarter, we were defending well. They weren't hitting shots as well, but we also weren't fouling. But then started the second half, made some early errors, stretched that lead right back to 20-22 within the first minute or two of the third quarter. And I think we just kind of lost heart at that time.
Dwight, Craig O'Donoghue from the West Australian newspaper. I'm just curious, it felt like you were the home team tonight with that crowd there. From the support you received, is that everywhere you go, or is that unique here tonight?
It's pretty much everywhere we go. There's Filipinos working all over the world, and we play in different parts of the world, and we just want to put on a good show and represent the country well. And so they always come and support us, and we really appreciate it. All that support. It comes to every game we have feels like a home game just because of them.
The arena and the atmosphere itself, like how did you find the experience?
I mean, are you talking about the city here? Or?
Yeah, the venue and just the way it felt. There was a really good atmosphere, not in a big crowd that turned up to support you guys. So I'm just curious how you felt on court with that behind you. Yeah,
it feels really good when we're playing well. And then when you're not playing well, obviously you feel disappointed that you're not playing well in front of all of your countrymen. And so it's a tough game. We have to learn from this, and like Coach said, if we move on, it's going to be a lot of teams that are just as good as Australia. And we just got to keep working and remember this game when we go forward. That remember how the feeling of getting embarrassed like this, and then work hard and come back.
Coach Tim, one question. Coach Tim, in only his second game under your program, Mike Phillips played a good game, started even. How happy were you with how he played, and how excited are you in the future to see what he improves on as he learns more about how he plays?
Yeah, he was one of the bright lights for us tonight. He was doing great, especially first half. He was rebounding the heck out of the ball. And just playing, his nickname is Motor Mike, and there's a reason for that. He plays with such a tremendous motor. He's all over the floor. He got hurt in one of our friendlies coming into this game, so he's playing with a gimpy ankle, and then he got hit by cramps late in the game, so we couldn't keep him on the floor. But, he's a young guy. And he plays with just so much enthusiasm. It's very, very infectious. And tonight it was less visible because of, the score. But I think that's just something that especially our fans are going to really, really appreciate as we move forward, watching him play with that kind of effort, and then watching the other guys get infected by it and continuing to play. He was really a bright spot for us tonight.
Thank you, guys. That concludes the first part of the post-match press conference. We're back for part two of the post-game press conference for the FIBA World Cup Asian Qualifiers match Australia versus Philippines. We're joined by head coach Adam Capehorn and player Bryce Cotton. Firstly, Coach Capehorn, could you please give us your insights on tonight's match?
Really happy with how we defended for most of the game, probably all the game, just fouling in the second quarter. So we were trying to hang our hat on that, our disruption, our full court defense, and everyone being committed to that, and we did that. So I was really happy with that. Philippines are a good team, and we knew they were going to respond in their second quarter. It was really difficult for us the way they were drawing fouls and slowed the game and their level of physicality. So commend them on their fight. It wouldn't have been easy with their double overtime game and travel. I love how our players responded at halftime. Just got back to moving the ball offensively and playing our game.
Thank you, Coach. Bryce, can you give us some insights on the game tonight?
We just wanted to come out and play a consistent 40 minutes. We knew we like to play with high energy, which we wanted to create the energy to start the game because we knew Philippines was going to have an amazing crowd. But I think we did a pretty good job of that.
Thanks, Bryce. We'll open up to questions from the media. Please state your name, outlet, and who the question is directed at.
Coach, Craig Donahue from the West Australian newspaper. It had to be 10-8 and then bring him off the bench and still 13, 3 minutes left. How much of a luxury is it to have that sort of talent you can just bring on to go bang?
Yeah, it's nice to have really good players, especially ones that can score. I would commend Bryce firstly on the way he just became part of the team. And he led and participated in his own way and contributed and was just all in. And it was really commend him on that and really appreciative of that. And I think, that's sort of the role we talked about for him in these two games that I sort of wanted to try it, wanted to put the ball in his hands and let him come on and make a few things happen. And he's certainly very good at that. And, there was a bit of electricity in the building when he came in.
Why off the bench? He never does it. So we wouldn't have seen him do it, so you don't know what he's
because we've got lots of good players, and you're just trying to, it probably matters less to coaches who starts, see Bryce finishing. Also wanted to put the ball in his hands, and I thought we could do that better if he came off the bench, maybe we're in the bonus. And I was really impressed at camp with how he facilitated and ran the team and led the team as well as scores the basketball. So wanted to put the ball in his hands, and just the way our team was structured, that made more sense to me.
And Bryce, you've been Australian for a little while now. You don't get to have Australia on your chest and representing the team and feeling Australian. Do you feel more Australian? I know this might sound strange, but do you feel more Australian than you did at any other point of your citizenship by being part of this system and being around the group, legends, ex-boys, Larry Anderson, all that sort of stuff?
I'd say to a certain extent, anytime you go into the team room or any practice, you just see Australia, everything, whether it's shirts and shorts. So it's a reminder that, you really are representing Australia. So I guess to a certain extent, I feel it a little bit more over these past, 12 days.
Has it been fun?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but it's definitely been fun once the dust kind of settled.
What are some of the biggest things that you've learned during this camp just about some other characters in the team and things like that?
I think it's just cool considering a majority of these guys I've been playing against for years, but you're only in front of them for 40 minutes. So to kind of get to know guys' personalities a little bit more when the curtain's pulled back, that was pretty cool, and I really enjoyed that a lot. And because everybody got along pretty easily, I'd say it made my adjustment easier coming into the camp.
Now, having had your first taste of FIBA's life, how much extra drive do you have just to, get there when the whips are cracking and the biggest ones are coming?
I just want to enjoy my debut 2 games, and I'll think about that stuff later, but I just want to enjoy the moment for now.
How did it feel tonight, just hitting your first shot, hitting your first three-pointers as well? How good was that feeling?
Yeah, it was good. It's just ironic considering when I first came to Australia, this is all where it started. So just crazy that my first debut or my debut as a Boomer ended up right here as well.
And Adam, it almost felt like an away game. How did it still be the same amount of support for the Philippines? What was that like being the home team?
Well, we weren't surprised by it. We knew it. They Philippines have great support, really good basketball nation, and a fantastic place to play when you go to the Philippines. And we admire their team and nation a lot. So we knew that they travel with a strong crowd and get a lot of local support, and it was fun. That second quarter was a battle, and it was fun to sort of have that sort of environment. Just being part of our team, it just felt like we were going about our business. So I enjoyed that.
And talk me through that second quarter. Only 8 points.
Yeah.
Probably surprised a lot of people. What was going through your mind at that point? What was the main message?
Some of them were trying to solve the problem of not fouling as much. And, you know, they were attacking us inside, and when we're a little undersized, let's say, at the moment with the team in this window. So that fouling just stopped the game. It made it hard for us to play and flow, which we're good at, and drive and kick. So with the constant stopping nature of that, they were able to use their physicality to slow us up. And I just thought a little bit we responded by playing individually. I don't think anyone had any ill intent, but that's what we did for a little stretch. But the players really responded by playing together, and once we got back to moving the basketball in the half court and having to work for good shots together, I thought we really turned it back around.
Yeah, it was a very physical game. There were a few moments where tempers could have easily just fallen over. The guys kept their cool and those moments out. How happy were you that they didn't let their emotions go too much?
Yeah, I think both teams did a good job of that. Physical game, I don't think anything had malintent. It was FIBA basketball. It's good.
You don't get many chances with the schedule to come and coach the attack with much. So
Yeah.
having had the partners, what do you take from a big picture perspective
Just that we've got a lot of people invested in our team, from staff to players, and we've got some really tough decisions to make, which is a great problem to have. But those decisions aren't now. What we're doing is growing the program, qualifying, trying to improve and contribute to the Boomers' legacy. Hard one to improve, but contribute to it. That's what we're doing. We're just focused on that. What I've taken away is that we just got a lot of players that are really committed to it, and I'm super appreciative of that, and puts us in good stead. Yeah.
He must have been his results. What did you make of his performances?
I think he's got so much upside. It was great to have him in green and gold for the first time, and fun that it was in Perth. But love his level of physicality and upside as a FIBA player. So yeah, really excited about Alex Condon's future, and thought he did a really good job in a difficult environment.
And talk about Proctor's weekend.
I think from day one, I mean, like I said, we've got a lot of good players, and a lot of guys played well. From day one, Tyrese went about his business. He works hard. He's committed to the process, and I really love how he responded in the second half. I think he was 0 of 7 in the first half. Stuck with it, got back to playing within the offense a little bit, and had a great second half.
Neil Bravo, Philippines Newspaper. Coach, what can you say about the Philippine team tonight without Justin Brownlee, and what can you say also to the Filipino fans in the gallery?
We're big admirers of the Filipino team, their style of basketball and how they go about it. Played a fantastic game against New Zealand. It was just going to be hard for them with the travel, to be honest, and the way we play and our sustained depth. So I thought they did a great job fighting, and the scoreboard doesn't really reflect that. We really put a lot of time into their half-court offense and the passion their players play with, and being prepared for those two things. But yeah, we're admirers of their team, and I think they'll, put themselves in good shape for World Cup qualification.
Moving forward, Coach, window 4, it'll be a different setup. You'll be bunched with the golf teams in window 5.
On the next window?
Yeah.
In the following windows, yep.
Yeah, so moving forward, window 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your the prospects? How would you view the coming window, preparations for the coming window?
We've talked a lot about that. We respect everyone, fear no one, and we're just treating every possession of basketball we play the same, and that is at a very high standard while we're in the green and gold at practice and whoever we're playing. That window will be tough. My understanding is they're neutral sites, and looking forward to the next step of the challenge. We took care of business here, and on we go.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes the post-match press conference of Australia versus Philippines. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.